why your techniques aren't working and what to do instead. There is nothing more frustrating than knowing that you are putting in the work, you are doing what you have been told works, and see no results. That unfortunately happens a lot. I myself had to learn it the hard way, and a lot of people are going through the same. In my video where I shared my manifestation journey, I'm going to link that in the description box below. I shared with you that I have literally tried everything that didn't work until I finally found what works. And this is one of those things, and this is unfortunately a very common one. So, not depending on which technique you're using, you can be using the same technique and not get results. And there's a very little shift that you can make to actually see the results. And that is what I'm going to focus on in this video. If you need a more personalized guidance, you are very welcome to book a coaching session with me where I will be able to help you with your specific situation in a more personalized way. So please check the link in the description box below. I will be happy to help you. And so let's talk about what is that one thing that you can do, or let's start with what you're doing that doesn't work. So when you are putting in the work and applying a technique and you are doing it over and over and you're not seeing results, it can cause burnout. You get tired, and I have heard so many people say that they are tired of manifesting. It feels like a chore. It feels like they're hitting a wall. Nothing is moving in the 3D, and that is literally the most frustrating thing in manifesting. And you start questioning whether or not the manifestation works, whether or not you're able to manifest, or what you are doing working, and then you change up techniques, etc. It's not the technique. If your technique is a mental one, so either thoughts or any sort of imaginal act, then it's not the technique, it's how you are applying it. So in order to manifest something, we experience what we already believe to be true. And even though I have several videos about how to manifest without a belief, what I mean there is when you start out, it's obvious that you're not going to believe it. So don't beat yourself up if you don't believe in your desired reality. But at some point, when you are applying the technique over and over again, and I have said this too, it starts feeling like true. But that is the part where a lot of people don't get to. And this is where the problem is when you apply the technique and it doesn't work. Especially with affirmations, I have to say. But it applies to visualization also, and mental any activity. Sometimes we apply the technique without really being present. You know what I mean? And this, by the way, is why I personally don't recommend robotic, meaning mindless affirming. And again, if that is something that you do and it works for you, keep doing it. Whatever you do that works for you, you're doing something right, keep doing it. But the reason I'm saying this is when you are not present in your affirmations or in your visualization, you are not changing anything in your mind. That needs to happen for something to manifest. The first change, the first move has to happen in your mind. When that's not changing, you can repeat the affirmations or you're seeing in a shallow way for as long as you want. It's not going to get you anywhere. So when you are frustrated with the 3D, go back and ask yourself, have my beliefs changed. If they haven't, after a period of time, there's a possibility, and you need to be honest with yourself or your coach, that you are not really present in your affirmations or in your techniques when you're doing anything. Let's take affirmations for the sake of this video. So what happens when you are not present, for example, the mindless affirming, is you're repeating your affirmations, but in the back of your mind, you're somewhere else, possibly thinking about the lack of the same affirmation that you are affirming. This is completely diluting and messing with your focus, and that's not going to give you the best results. This is why I keep saying, when you affirm, focus on your affirmations. Focus on what you are saying to yourself, because when you do that, and yes, it can feel like a little bit more effort than just affirming like a robot, repeating something like over and over without really being there. When you are completely focused on what you are actually telling yourself, it shifts your state. And this can happen, like for example, Joseph Murphy, who is big on affirmations. Every time he gives a technique, and his books are full of success stories of people, about people who manifested through affirmations that he gave them. And every time he says, repeat this slowly and feelingly, which means you are completely in the affirmation. You're present in it. It's not just, I'm affirming while I'm also worried, and then I have to do this. Oh my God, I'm late for this. So that is one way of doing it. Another way of doing it is you can be aggressive with your affirmations. You can do it with attitude. You can do it however you like. The main thing is that you are in it, in the moment, even though, again, let's go back to belief. Usually you just don't believe that is possible. You definitely don't believe that is the case, that you are in that particular relationship with that specific person, or that you have that job, or you lost weight, or you have whatever you are manifesting. You can completely not believe in it in general. But while you are affirming, you need to affirm like it's facts. It's true. That's what it is. And that is how you convince your mind, because all manifestation is us convincing ourselves of the reality of what we are affirming, or again, visualizing. But if you're not in it, if it's shallow, if it's on the surface, if it's affirming while in the back of your mind you're somewhere else, you're completely diluting the attention, and attention is needed for your mind to grasp it. Because when you focus, when you're truly focused, you can only focus on one thing at a time. When you're not focused, your mind is everywhere. So when you focus, it's like you give your mind that one possibility in that moment. And that is how you train your mind. And this is why you can affirm forever and see no results. And I have heard so many people being frustrated with this. Again, I'm repeating, if robotic affirmations work for you, you see results, do it. But if you don't see results, this might be the solution to that. And the same goes with visualization. If you are visualizing like in a shallow way, while not being in it, Neville Goddard always said that you have to be the actor in your imaginal act. You have to be in it. You have to experience it, sort of. You have to be present, focus. The easiest way I can put this is focus your mind on whatever you are affirming. That is going to give your mind the order that this is the one case that is true in this moment. And if you repeat it that way, that is how you train your mind. It's all about training your mind. So, and this is the best way to do it. So definitely give this a try, and please share your experience with affirming or visualizing what works best for you, because it helps everyone else who reads the comments. Let's share our experiences, and if you need a more personalized, in-depth guidance with your manifestations, please book a coaching session with me from the link in the description box below. I will be happy to help you. Have a beautiful day and see you in the next video.